am Carmen Elena, and this is The Healthy Beat. Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to show you how I make plain Greek yogurt at home with just two simple ingredients: half a gallon of milk and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. There are many methods of making yogurt, but this is how I've been doing it for years and I love the way it comes out. Please make sure to take a screenshot of this recipe in case you want to try it. Now, I want to start by showing you the tools that I use. I bought this Gourmet yogurt maker for $30 on Amazon almost 5 years ago and it still works perfectly. I went with this one because it came with 12 jars and it had really good reviews. Unfortunately, this one is no longer available on Amazon, but I did find a similar one, which I will link in the description box below if you're interested in buying one. I use a 4-quart saucepan, a small cooling rack, and 2 spoons, one for stirring and another one for transferring the milk into the jars. I use this Central Market organic milk and this 1 cup of Faye plain Greek yogurt. We need that 1 cup of Greek yogurt for its live enzymes and probiotics. Essentially, what will happen is that they will reproduce and help the yogurt thicken in the fermentation process. By the way, you can use any kind of milk that you like. I recommend using 2% or whole milk because the higher the fat content, the higher the nutrients and the protein the yogurt will have. So I start by removing the lids from the jars and I make sure they are clean. And you don't have to do this, but I like to place the lids on top of the cover so I don't lose them. This also helps me to stay organized. I'll connect the yogurt maker and turn it on so it can start warming up. I then pour all of the milk into the pan, and I find that a 4-quart saucepan is a perfect size because it leaves room for stirring. I turn on the stovetop to medium-high heat, and I gently begin to stir. And I like to stir by doing a number 8 motion so that the milk won't burn in the center. I boil the milk to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, which takes about 10 to 15 minutes. This kills the bacteria in the milk, which will allow the whey protein to come together and thicken after it has been fermented. My tip is to continue to stir through those 10 to 15 minutes and never take your eyes off the milk. Because it's happened to me several times that I step away for just 1 second and the milk quickly boils and overflows. Not only did it create a huge mess, but I lost half of the milk and I had to start all over. When the milk reaches the right temperature, I transfer the pan to the cooling rack and continue to stir for a couple of minutes. I do this because the pan is still hot and I don't want the milk to burn at the bottom. I allow the milk to cool down to 108 degrees Fahrenheit by letting it sit on the cooling rack for about 30 minutes. Once I don't see any more steam coming out from the pan, I'll place my hands on the side to see if it's cool enough. Honestly, I've done this so many times that I don't even use a thermometer anymore. I know how the milk is supposed to look and to feel. Once the milk has cooled down, I'll grab the yogurt and add it to a separate bowl to mix it and remove any lumps. I add a little bit of the warm milk into the yogurt and mix it so it can become smoother. I'll add the yogurt into the pan with the milk and make sure to get every bit of probiotic and enzyme in there. This helps the yogurt become thick and nutrient dense. I'll then gently stir until the yogurt fully dissolves in the milk. I then carefully transfer the milk into the jars with a ladle and a pouring cup. This can get a little messy if you try doing it fast, so my tip is to be patient and steady. Trust me, it will save you some cleaning time. The half a gallon of milk usually makes 12 cups of yogurt, but there are times when it only makes 11 cups. I guess it depends on how much milk truly comes in that carton of milk. I cover the jars with a plastic cover and leave to ferment for 6 to 8 hours. You don't want to ferment the yogurt for more than 8 hours because I read it will turn out to be acidic and nobody likes sour yogurt. I left the yogurt to ferment overnight and as you can see, it has firmed up. I seal the jars with their lids and transfer them into the fridge immediately to stop the fermentation process. What I like to do is use the plastic cover as a base for the jars. This makes it easier for me to transfer the yogurts into the fridge and keep them organized. I'm trying my best to carry this heavy tray of yogurt with one hand while holding the camera on the other hand. It only took me 3 takes, but I managed. Anyways, the last step is to allow the yogurt to set in the fridge for at least 4 hours. This will finish the fermentation process and the yogurt will finally be ready for you to enjoy. Just for fun, I'll show you one way I eat my Greek yogurt in the mornings. As you can see, the yogurt is thick and creamy, just how I like it. I'll top it with some fruit, a little bit of granola or a lot, and I'll finish it off with a sprinkle of cinnamon. You can also add honey, but I like to eat it as is without any sweeteners. It makes me so happy when I get to eat something that I made with lots of love and patience. Thank you so much for your company. Please like and subscribe to my channel so you can get the latest news on the healthy beats. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!